Testing, testing. Mic check one, mic check two. Test, test. Hey, hey. Mic check one, mic check two. UNO, UNO. Check one, two. Mav one, Mav two. Check one, check two. Hey, hey. Check one, two. Check, check. Hello out there and welcome to Omaha, Nebraska. We hope you had a happy and safe Halloween last night. You bagged a healthy amount of candy and got enough sleep because we've got another late one here from the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena for some ACHA hockey after dark in Exarban as your Omaha Mavericks welcome in the Drury University Panthers out of Springfield, Missouri. And with that, we welcome you in alongside our two-headed team of producers, Caden McDermott and Matt McFadden. I'm Nate Obrecht, pleased to be with you here, wherever you are, on All Saints Day, the 1st of November, and the first chance to watch these Mavericks at home in over a month. We'll skip our usual game program for anthems and lineups as David Olson, our resident public address announcer, is out tonight. So I will be reading you the starting lineups. Inside the arena, it will be guesswork until the players head for that face-off circle. In net, started 4 games already for the Panthers, is Garrett Limpert. He wears number 30. He's a junior out of Baldwin, Missouri. Out in front of Limpert for Drury will be Anson Kyle. Kyle, the sophomore out of Cochrane, Alberta. To his right will be Ben Parker. Parker, the sophomore out of Georgia, fills out the defense for Drury. On left wing, it's Gannon Stagel. Centering Stagel will be Brady Kangas. And on the right wing, Brody Behan. For the Mavericks, starting his 36th career game, senior netminder Kyle Wernley, wearing that C on his chest. Wernley has in fact started over half of these UNO ACHA Mavericks games since they started playing and recording totals in the 21-22 season. Out in front of Kyle and on defense, Camden Forey, sophomore out of Minnesota, and also Mason Beff, the freshman out of Minnesota. Up at forward, it's Colton Kane, Andrew Kozel, and Logan Mercier. The starting line for at least 3 Maverick games so far this season. Out there again as we get a delay right before puck drop. And off we go in Exarban. Omaha wins that puck straight ahead. First possession for the Panthers. And they get crunched up along the near side wall. Shot from the point from Beff, and that one tipped aside off target by Colton Kane. Puck batted down along the far side wall. Kane carries it into the corner. Looking out to the point for Beff. That one knocked down in the slot. He corrals it, ringing it back along the back wall. Out to the point for Forey's down low to Kane, who sweeps it from Mercier. Turning towards the net front. Leaking it in front. Sticked aside by Limpert down into the corner. Gets it out to his own man. That's Behan. Flicking it up over one defender's stick and out to neutral ice. Behan able to shovel that one all the way down as Drury goes for its first change of the game. An errant pass. It's picked off in the neutral zone. Labutis comes in, shoots high right of the shoulder of Kyle Wernley up over the cage. Mercier collects that one, pushing it out to neutral ice, where the Panthers are able to dump it back in. Forey's first to it, and a quick whistle from Scott Fitzpatrick stops play a minute and 10 seconds into the contest. Offside the call, or possibly a hand pass, brings the puck out to neutral zone for a face-off in front of second-year head coach Nick Harahill, leading the Mavericks to a 5-6 record here to start the 24-25 season. Intercept down low in the offensive zone for Omaha, but the Panthers quickly back on it. Breakout pass goes through the legs of Labutis, and Rocco DeSpirito sends it up ahead. Now a play that was almost offside. Kane started to track that one in for DU. Now a delayed penalty coming up on the Panthers as Dahl grabs that puck, sends one off the shin pad of a defender. It goes down behind the red line where the whistle blows, and we'll get our first penalty of the game. It's a tripping call coming on Patrick Labutis, the junior out of Tampa, Florida. First to the box for either side tonight. At a minute and 49 seconds, Omaha gets their first chance with a man up as Kozel gathers it at the point. Shot looking for a stick. That one patted aside by Limpert. Into the corner and all the way out as the Panthers get to it and clear. The Mavericks have been struggling on the power play to start the season. Only 11.4% success rate as Mann brings it back in. Leaks it out in front for Kozel. It was sticked aside by O'Connor of the Panthers. He gets it back out to neutral ice where Kane collects it for Omaha. Brings it back in, trips over the curling dots, tries to find Fories, and loses it into the corner. Picked up by O'Connor, who rings it along the far side wall and all the way down into the Mavericks' defensive end. Omaha has scored just 4 times on the power play this year and 35 chances as they bring the puck into the zone once more. Now under a minute on this first penalty, a tripping call on Labutis as the Mavericks try to set something up offensively. A pass from Shea rings poorly off of the dasher. It's intercepted by the Panthers, who clear all the way down. 40 seconds on the Maverick man advantage as Shea brings it back in, leaving it for Despirito. Despirito back to Shea down low and back up to Beff at the point. Across to his D partner, Williams. Down to Shea on the one-timer. It went off of his stick. Leaked back out in front and gloved down by Limpert. That one was up over his head. Despirito perhaps trying to bank that one off of his back. Limpert does a good job of tracking that and catching it like an outfielder, perhaps a center fielder, would in baseball. Just got to watch those line drives, especially if you're a Yankee, as Drury wins the draw and gets it all the way down. 13 seconds left on their first penalty of the game. Here comes Connor Dahl with speed up the right side. Tried to leave it for Shea. It's intercepted by Kane. Kane, 2-on-1, back the other way. Takes a shot. That one blocked away by Wernley. Looked like it might have gone out of play. No whistle. Omaha takes the puck up as Drury back to full strength. And for Omaha, that power play percentage will dip a little bit lower as they're now 4 for 36 when they have 5 skaters and the others have 4. On the other side, the Panthers have now killed 39 of 43 penalties given to them this season, a success rate of over 90.5% as they bring the puck in on the attack. A quick shot, that one off the shin pads of Patchen. Omaha gains possession down low, ringing it back up high. Bradley gathers. It's intercepted off of his stick by Serrato. Serrato takes a shot. Leaked out. Rebound. Shot again. Pad save Wernley. Now a call coming up as Omaha touches up and will head to the box. And even 4 minutes and 30 seconds gone. And it'll be Charlie Casey being sent off for interference for Omaha. So each team's number 37 being sent off for a penalty in the first period. This time it's Casey, and this time for interference as Drury wins the puck, wins possession on their first power play of the game. Serrato takes a shot, that one off of his own man in front. Omaha tracks it down and gets that puck all the way down. Penalty time not showing up on the board. Inside the arena, as Drury sets up in their own zone, wanting to get a good rush ahead on the man advantage. Drury not much better than the Mavericks on the power play to start the year. As a quick shot saved by Wernley. They're at just 15.6% success on the power play to start the season through 6 games. The Panthers, quick shot at the point. That one saved and covered up by Wernley. 47 seconds have elapsed on the penalty given to Charlie Casey. Wernley just made his second stop of the game, covering it up with 14:43 to go in the first. As the teams get reset, a brief pause to put the penalty time, or the remaining penalty time, up on the board as Charlie Shea gains possession in his own end, starting the rush out from left to right for Omaha. Played off of his stick by Kyle, and they'll regroup behind their own cage. Out ahead, this is Vincent. Vincent makes a move around one man. That one's blockered aside. Marc-Antoine Vincent. Up to Labutis. Labutis at the top of the circle. Holds, now looks down low. Finds Kyle. Kyle around the cage, looking out front. That one leaks all the way over the blue, over the red, and down into the Panthers zone with an even 30 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for Omaha. Long stretch pass. That one kicked away by Fories. Now with some pressure, he'll pin that puck against the wall, winning it back to Cassioppo. He sends one up for man. Too far for his stick. Lampert gathers and flicks it out to neutral ice. 10 seconds left on the Drury power play. Lampert captures that puck behind his own net. Plays it on out to Labutis, who sends it back behind his own net. Back to full force are the Mavericks. And back on the puck is Cassioppo, winning it out to Van Briesen. Van Briesen looking for Dahl out in front, a shot. He runs into the goalie and the puck stays out. Net off of its moorings, puck over behind the red line, but a good distance from the goal mouth. As a great intercept there from the sophomore Sebastian Cassioppo. Fed it to Van Briesen, who in turn was looking for Connor Dahl, streaking into the slot. Stick met puck too late. And it'll go down as a pad save for Limpert. We'll get a face-off to his left. One back to Dahl. Poked out to the point. Fories dumps it down low. Drury gains possession of the puck in their own end. Taking it in the corner. Now out to neutral ice before Omaha gains possession. Fories quickly dumps it back in with an even 13 minutes to play. Cassioppo dumps his man behind the zone, freeing up the puck. Van Briesen to Dahl. He pins it up against the post, where it's squeezed and then covered with the blocker by Garrett Limpert. Garrett, the older of the two brothers. That's Garrett and Caleb Limpert here on this Drury roster. The two played their days of high school hockey for the Parkway South Patriots and call Baldwin, Missouri home. The draw to the right of Garrett Limpert. It's won by Drury, and they'll take the puck out. Making a move around one man, but Charlie Shea grabs the puck in the corner. Kept in along the blue line. Fories retreats behind the net of Kyle Wernley before getting it up to Colton Kane. Kane over to Rocco DeSpirito. DeSpirito to Fories as the two D-men play catch in their own zone with 12:15 to go in period number 1. DeSpirito dumps that in. It's gloved down by the defense. And the Panthers will set up the breakout. Drury gets that puck out to the neutral ice. Now they'll have to take it back behind their own end once more. Long stretch pass sent up ahead to the younger brother, Caleb Limpert. Limpert dumps it down into the corner. tracking his own pass. Now pinned up against the wall. The puck is in between his skates somewhere. Dug out. Barrett Bradley on up to Charlie Shea. Shea gets across the red line, dumps it in. It rocks off the shin pads of a defender. And Omaha has to touch up. Out with it comes Neil Serrato. Stick move around one man. Now he's into the zone. Another move. Takes a shot. That one a great save by Wernley. Coming out to greet Serrato, the junior, out of Fenton, Missouri. From the corner. O'Connor to Serrato. Out to the point for Limpert. Back down along the near side wall. An errant pass off the stick of Serrato. And flicking it up and out is Caleb Williams. Racing down to negate icing is Colton Kane, but he's 1-on-4 against the Panthers. So he'll just dump it and switch the ice. Mercier out to the point for DeSpirito. It leaks over his stick and over the blue line. Rocco tried to leave it for Kane. He was going for a change. Intercepted, played out. Limpert drags that one in. He gloved it down, but couldn't get it to his stick before DeSpirito sends it the other way. Now Cassiopo moves around one man, brushed off of his stick and into the near side corner. Cassiopo still with it. Looking, tried to feed the slot. That one intercepted by O'Connor. O'Connor flicks it high up and out, hits the netting just above those benches. And we get a whistle to halt play with 10:20 to go in the first. Behind us here at Baxter Arena, Markel Sutton of the Omaha men's basketball team just getting done with his nightly shoot-around. Good to see the Mavs putting in extra work. They got an exhibition win over York on Tuesday night, and they will be right back here at Baxter taking on Mid-America Christian on Monday night, their season opener for Chris Crutchfield's Omaha Mavericks. Connor Dahl takes that puck up and into the zone for Omaha. Makes a move around one man, leaves it for Van Briesen. Down into the corner and back out to the point for Beth. Beth to Fories. Couldn't keep it on his stick. Played out. Kept in by a kick from Dahl briefly. But Drury regains possession once more. Long stretch pass up to Kane. Kane takes a shot. That one wide of the net. Finds his own rebound. Kick saved by Wernley. Another shot goes high off the glass. Mayhem out in front of the blue paint for Kyle Wernley, but the puck stayed out of the zone. Out of the cage, as two great chances there. The first coming off Tyler Kane's stick, one of the few seniors on this Panther team. He walked in with a grade A chance and sent it wide of the cage, picked up his own rebound, forcing Wernley to make the pad save. And Labutis on the rebound sent that one up into the glass. Now the Panthers win the faceoff. They'll have possession in the far corner as Kane pins it up against the wall. Kane to Labutis. Out to the point for Werner. Werner sends a tip shot on. That one covered by Wernley. Kyle made 36 saves in the loss to Missouri State on Friday, October 25th. Mercier takes a shot. That one wide right of Limpert. Out to the near side point. Williams trying to hold there. Leaks over the line to Stagel. Stagel through the skates of one man but couldn't keep possession, and it leaks back out to neutral. Chase Mann kicks it ahead. Tried to move around another defender, but instead was able to knock the stick out of his hand, losing the puck in the process. Mercier dumps that one before going for a change as the Panthers try to set something up in their own end. Taking that puck is Stagel, playing it back deeper into their own zone, and now behind his own net is Serrato. With 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first, Drury content to keep this puck in their own zone for a minute. Looking to find a long stretch pass as the Mavericks have the neutral zone pretty well locked down. Now a chip pass off the boards up ahead to Barrett Bradley. He's 1-on-3, but that doesn't matter. He leaks one out in front anyway. Sticked away by Limpert, and Drury gains possession in its own end once more. Off the wall, flicked up high and out of the zone. Omaha will have to track it down. That's Kozel going to get it in his own end, playing it back up ahead to Charlie Casey. Casey looking across ice to Fories. Fories dances around one man, into the zone now, spins across another. Tried to send that one on from a sharp angle, and it chipped up over the net. Drury gets it back out to center ice to Spirito. Sends it quickly back into the Panthers' defensive zone. Mercier, good intercept along the wall. Kozel, down low to Kane. Kane stops to Mercier, shot, and a save and a cover from Limpert. 6:59 to go in the first. Omaha starting to build the pressure and get good chances here late in the first. That was another great try from Mercier. Set up by Kane, waiting patiently below the red line. At one point in time, that was the Great One's office. Colton Kane trying to take a page out of Wayne's book. Kane tries to spin one towards Mercier. Great stick by Limpert, poking that one before it got across his goal crease. Out the other way comes O'Connor. Centering try. Never saw the net. Now it's loose in front. Whacking at it there is Caleb Limpert, but Wernley squeezes his legs over the puck and holds for a whistle as the scrum ensues over it. Limpert getting a talking to from linesman Scott Fitzpatrick. Excuse me, that's Jim Casper. Telling Caleb Limpert to leave the opposing netminder alone. I'm sure his parents had to tell him to leave his own netminder alone when the brothers were growing up in Baldwin, Missouri. It's Drury with the puck. But a long pass intercepted by the Mavericks. Dahl out with it to Van Briesen and over the blue line. Van Briesen with a quick try. That one wide right of Limpert. Up along the near side wall. Interception from Dahl. Van Briesen sweeps it on ahead. Quick shot. That one high over the cage. Tracking down the shot. Van Briesen played off the puck in the corner. Out with it come the Panthers. Williams sweeps it once, sweeps it twice, gets it to Cassiopo, who shoots wide right of the cage. Back out to the neutral zone. Williams circles, now finds Cassiopo again. He'll just dump it in as the Mavericks go for a line change with 5:45 to play in the first. Out with a head of steam. That's Anson Kyle. Off the glass, Wernley knocks it down and the Mavericks gain possession. Errant pass from Mercier. Labutis makes a move, takes a shot, and that one stopped by Wernley, cleared by Williams. Out to Mercier, kicks it back onto his stick blade, takes a hit from Kane, and the Panthers gain possession. Bad pass as Labutis had his stick knocked way up out of his hands. Quick shot from Kane, dragging it across the crease. Now it's back out to Labutis. Found his stick, takes a shot, and a save by Wernley. That one earmarked for the 5-hole. Kyle had to stick that one away. It's rung around the boards to Mercier. He tries to spin it along to Mann. It goes too far and becomes an icing. After Mercier cleared that puck, he had the stick knocked out of his hands. And I believe that's what this penalty will be here. It's a roughing call. It'll go against Jake Lyons, one of the two Floridians on this Drury Panther Division III lineup. So Lyons off for roughing at 15:05, which means the Mavericks are back to the power play. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Didn't have too many great chances, but they did get a lot of time in the zone. So hopefully they can turn some of that time into scoring output. Shea Stuck between a pass and a shot. Chips that one down to Despirito. It's back out to Beff at the point. Along the blue line to Dahl. Takes a quick shot. Still loose in front. Despirito on the backhand. It just goes wide of the net. Beff keeps it in. Sends another one towards the cage. Knocked away by the defense. Great stick from Serrato, diving down and blocking that one away. A minute 20 on the power play for the Mavericks. Dahl loses the puck in his own zone. Drury dumps it down below the red line. Mason Beff getting some pressure, taking a stick up high. No call, he gets it to Despirito. Despirito, hip checked along the wall, frees up the puck. Kicked down by Mann. Played low to Mercier, but he had his stick lifted. Drury wins the puck and sends it the length of the ice. Andrew Kozul now dumps it in. Here comes Kane with speed. Curls in the corner. Looks out to the point again for Kozul. Kozul holds, looks, shoots. Wide left. Rebound chance. That one saved off the stick of Mann. Mercier, errant pass. Back with the comes Caleb Limpert. Limpert loses it. Mercier steers it back into the slot of his own zone. Fories picks it up, leaving it for Kane. Delayed call coming as Wernley knocked down. Kangas touches it up, or appeared to have, though he may have been trying not to, as Caleb Limpert goes off. Interference with the goaltender. And the Mavericks will have a brief 5-on-3 power play. Puck one back to Kozul at the point. Now Limpert gets knocked down in front. Kozul with a quick shot. That one shin pad save from a defenseman out in front of the net. Kozul again at the point. Kozul takes a shot. That one knocked down by a defender again. Quick shot from Fories. That one off the side of the net. Back to 4 men on the ice for the Panthers as the first penalty expired. Still a minute and a half of 5-on-4 action as another shot gets parried aside by a defender. Omaha getting great looks, great chances, making the defense move around a lot. Kozul with a drive. That one pad save from Limpert. An extra poke after the play sends the Panthers crashing to support their netminder. After the Mavericks just watched their goalie under attack. About 44 seconds ago. So far, 0 for 2 are the Mavericks on the power play. They have a minute and 15 left to deal with this one. Kane to Mann. Quick shot, it's in! What a pass, what a goal! On the power play. And yes, it is Chase Mann. The freshman out of Sioux City, one of only 2 goal scorers in Game 2 last weekend at Missouri State, gets another one here. That's 5 points now in 5 games for Chase Mann. $17:42, the official time of that one. And the Mavericks quickly get it back down low. Mann from Kane on the power play to put the Mavericks up 1-0 over Drury here on this Friday night, the 1st of November. The Panthers get to that puck and send it all the way down. No icing. Williams grabs it, and the Mavericks start a clean breakout. Cassiopo to Van Briesen. Van Briesen with a shot. That one wide right. Rings all the way out. Williams holds and then dumps it on net. It goes up over high. Glove down. And Drury resettles. Limpert curls and starts over. Feeding it back to the point. A pass headed for Marc-Antoine Vincent. goes long and becomes an icing with 1:17. If you're noticing, the scoreboard still has penalty time on it. Also note that the Panthers are back to 5 on the ice, as the goal on the power play from Chase Mann, his 7th of the year, did come on the power play and put the Mavericks up 1-0. Shea on the draw. That one knocked down by a defender. The puck played out, knocked down by Mann, the most recent goal scorer for the Mavericks in 2 straight games. Mann lost it in the skates of the official. Now a delayed penalty coming up on Omaha. Voorhees fakes a touch up, and now it's blown dead with 52.7 seconds. And we'll get our 4th penalty of the game, 2nd coming up on the Mavericks. Chase Mann off for interference. Drury back to the power play where they're 0 for 1 tonight. Omaha, better than 63.2 on penalty kill chances this year. So far, they've killed 25 of 39 and have the puck in the Panthers' defensive zone. Starting out with it is Stagel. He loses the puck. Van Briesen gets it over. Labutus keeps it in for Drury. Down low along the wall. Labutus once more tries his luck getting it to Kangas. Kangas shoulders one man aside. He's behind the cage now, feeds it back up to Kyle. Kyle on over to the point with a shot. And just as time expires, Wernley gloves it. I believe that one was heading high over the cage. But nonetheless, after 1, Omaha 1, Drury 0. The goal coming on the power play, scored by Chase Mann. He's an alternate captain, and he just scored his 7th goal of the season. That's good for the team lead. 13-12 in the first period. But it could be argued that the Mavericks outchanced the Panthers on one fewer shots. We got a fresh sheet of ice and 20 more minutes to play in the penultimate period of game number 1. Omaha and Drury, as the Panthers bring this one into the offensive zone for the first time in the middle frame. It's out to the point. Quick wind-up shot. That one kicked away by Camden Voorhees. Chance at the line from Caleb Schmidt. Schmitz played for the Kansas City Jets and was a two-time All-League selection. He sends it over to Serrato. A pad save by Wernley goes behind the net. Back out to Serrato on the far side point. Tried to send a no-look pass back across the center of the ice. It was intercepted by Kozel. And with 10 seconds left on the penalty to the Mavericks, they get it all the way down. Now a pass goes off the stick of another Panther. Omaha sweeps it out to neutral ice. It's for Rocco DeSpirito. Sends a tip pass on up to the Embreeson as the Mavericks are back to full force. 2 for 2 on penalty kills today are the Mavericks. That'll help the percentage as they're now up to 26 of 40 kills on the year. Quick shot, that one harmlessly into the chest of Kyle Wernley. Shot from a long ways out from Gannon Stagel. Stagel played in the USPHL Premier Hockey League for the New Jersey Hitmen. The Hitmen out of Jersey. Probably one of the best names in the USP. As the puck played down below the red line, Omaha gains possession. Cassiopo tries to switch ice. DeSpirito threw his legs on up to Van Briesen and out. Van Briesen got caught up with a Panther along the blue line. Cassiopo did his best to get that puck down low as far as he could. And it's into the Drury end with 17:45 to play in the second. Intercepted pass from Mann. Tried to find Shea. That one poked aside by a Panther. Now played up ahead. Picked up by Brody Behan. Quickly off of his stick and back on the stick of Chase Mann. Only for a moment, as it was brushed away from him, Omaha called delayed offside. Drury had a chance to set up with it, and they dump it the length of the ice. Tipped over a Maverick stick to negate icing. And the teams struggle as they dump it down one way and back the other for the first 3 minutes. Intercepted by Mann. Backhand try, that one high of the cage. Tracked down by Mercier. Backhand pass to Mann below the red line. He brings it out before sending it across blindly. No one was home. It's intercepted by Drury. They'll start the rush out. Errant pass there. Omaha forces it back into the DU zone. Up into neutral ice. Still struggling to gain possession are the Panthers. And now a long pass. Couldn't find Charlie Casey. Zach Werner tracks it down in his own end for Drury. Now flicked up high. It hits off one of the rafters, becoming a puck out of play. And I believe that'll go back into the defensive zone for Drury. A face-off to the left of Garrett Limpert. He stopped 12 shots in the first period. Hasn't been tested yet here in period 2, at least with one on target. The puck behind the cage. Casey tried to flick it out. That one, wide try from Shea. Two men battle behind the net. The whistle blows as Casey has the stick knocked out of his hand. Scott Fitzpatrick directing traffic towards the penalty box with 16:09 in the second. Both will go as it's Antonio Cordova Cordova for the Panthers, and Charlie Casey back in the box for Omaha. Coincidental roughing Miners will stay 5 aside. Oh, now late, 2 men, 1 on each side, are heading off to make it 4 on 4. A little bit of confusion between the linesmen, the scorekeeper, both the coaches, and our official. 3 minutes and 51 seconds into the second. They believe they have it right at 4 on 4. As Omaha wins the draw, both teams down a man. Quick shot from Kozel never found its way to Limpert. Falling down, it's a yard sale in front of his own net. And out with the puck is Tyler Kane. Kane around one defender. Now a man dragged down in front as Kane pivots in the far side corner. Still with the puck, using some of those roller hockey skills we see from Kane when he plays with the Springfield Raw Dogs. Took silver at the State Wars over the summer in Kansas City. On the puck now with a shot. Kane sends it high over the net. We've had a couple roller hockey men join the ranks of the Mavericks here. Zach Hoffman actually left the program to play for the Grand Canyon roller hockey team this season. Hoffman, if you remember, was one of the top goal scorers for the Mavericks a season ago. Puck intercepted at the neutral zone. Here comes DU 2 on 1. It's Kane. Gives it back, and a shot. It's in. Caleb Schmitz with the goal. Kane on the assist, and the Panthers have tied it up at 1. Caleb Schmitz, at one time a Kansas City Jet who terrorized Coach Harrahill when he was behind the bench of the Junior Lancers, now knots the game up for the Panthers of Drury. Omaha quickly back on the attack after surrendering the game-tying goal. Quick shot from Mann. That one goes wide right of Limpert. Puck freed up behind the net. Serrato tried to move around one man. He loses the puck to Limpert, who covers for a whistle. So Schmitz from Kane, 4 on 4. 5 minutes and 3 seconds into the second to get this one all even. We're still 4 on 4 for another 20 seconds as Riley O'Connor comes up the ice with a head of steam for Drury. Big hit from Charlie Shea in the corner. Frees up the puck and a whistle blows. O'Connor stays down. In the corner there, up to a knee, is the junior Riley O'Connor. Now back up to both of his skates as he will slowly skate off. That was a big hit from Charlie Shea in the corner. Now Shea in the box. We haven't seen a signal from our official here yet. We can only imagine that's because they're determining the degree of severity of this penalty. Looks like it'll be 2 minutes. Given to Charlie Shea for elbowing. As the clock stopped by the clock operator, who bellows his horn to get the officials' attention. 11 seconds remain on the coincidental roughing minors that were given out to Casey and to Cordova for the Mavericks and Panthers respectively. So we'll have 11 seconds before they're let out onto the ice. Before a minute and 49 seconds of power play time for the third time tonight for Drury. They're 0 for 2 so far. Curving with a shot, and it's in. Marc-Antoine Vincent. Vincent took that puck right from the jump. He had it below the red line, turned, curled around the circles, and beat Wernley high to the glove side. And that one coming on the power play. Shea has been let out of the box. We're going to be back to 5-on-5 action. But now the Panthers have taken a 2-1 lead. At 5:55 of the second, just 52 seconds after their first goal of the game, the Panthers get another one and quickly are on the attack again. A shot this time from Caleb Limpert, and another scrum in front of Wernley. Limpert already flagged once for goaltender interference. He better hope not to get another one. The latest goal scorer, Marc-Antoine Vincent, and the current faceoff taker for the DU Panthers, has actually played 2 games on this ice before. Vincent was a member of Waldorf University a season ago and played the Mavericks twice. Up here last year and twice at Waldorf, as a shot from Kozel goes safely into the glove of Garrett Limpert. Marc-Antoine Vincent played in Albert Lee, Minnesota for the Waldorf Warriors last season. He was part of a team that swept the Mavericks in Minnesota on September 29th and 30th of a season ago. He got a game misconduct in the first game, netted a goal and an assist when the Panthers, or the Warriors, came back to Omaha as a puck loose in the crease, pounced on by Limpert, and then a swat by a defender. Panthers will be Panthers. Pouncing, swatting. Maybe a little bit of growling here after the whistle, too. As the Cats line up for a defensive zone draw, Kozel wins that puck with a high stick, negated by a touch-up from the DU defense as they break the puck out and get a 2-on-1 going. Quick shot, saved by Wernley, rebound chance, and another pad save! Sprawling out across the blue crease, Wernley makes not one but 2 in quick succession, and with no defensive help behind him. Or in front of him, I should say, as Mercier steers that one ahead for Kane. Kane looks back to Williams, who sends it across ice. The Mavericks getting taken down in the neutral zone. Colton Kane knocked to the ice there when the puck was still back in the Maverick zone. Eddie Patchen getting his 5th appearance in black and crimson tonight. Tried to clear that one out of the zone. Instead, it's Caleb Williams who will flick it high up over everyone. And DU has to settle it back down on their own end. Behan tried to feed it across to Stagel, intercepted by the Mavericks. A puck skips over the stick of Cassiopo. And DU takes it in its own end. Williams keeps that one in at the line. Sends it down low looking for Cassiopo. He instead turns the body on Kyle. Kyle gathers the puck, switches the ice with it to Parker, who takes it on out for the Panthers. Cassiopo knocks that one down. Tried to get it to Dahl, intercepted off of his stick. Omaha quick back on it. A pass through the neutral zone. That one played off by Crow, and DU will take it down below their own red line. Trying to find Evans out in neutral ice. It was intercepted by the Mavericks, who dump it down off the glass. DU once again behind their own net. Get that one across the blue line, but DeSpirito pins Evans up along the wall there. Picked up by Stagel, who will dump it over the blue line. Finished off by Crow, who sends it behind the net, where Omaha gains possession. Beth on up to Shea. Public enemy number 1, if you're a DU Panther, after that big hit he gave down there in the far side corner. On top of the puck is Evans. And the whistle blows as Beth started digging after it. We get a whistle and a face-off in the attacking end for Omaha. The draw won by Drury. They try to clear their defensive end, but it's kept in at the line by Beth. Rebound chance by Mann, and it's in! His second of the game! Mason Beth from the blue line sent that one in. It was handled easily by Limpert, but waiting there on the backside was Chase Mann to finish it for his second of the game. We are tied at 2, 9 minutes and 6 seconds into the second. Man now with a team leading 8 goals on the season. This is the team's 12th total, as Chase is now up to 13 points on the year, one shy of sharing the team lead with Logan Mercier. Charlie Casey sends it down. It's intercepted by Serrato. He sends a shot wide of Kyle Wernley. Out to the point, kept in at the line by Schmitz, one of 2 goal scorers here for the Panthers. Mann, the only goal scorer for the Mavericks. Barrett Bradley sends that one on net. It's sticked up high, up into the netting, and goes for a whistle. 3 seconds away from exactly halfway through this one. 10:03 to go. 9:57 elapsed here in the middle period. Omaha has recently tied this one up after 2 quick goals to start the period from DU. They now have a face-off in the attacking end, though it's won by the Panthers. Good hit on the play by Kane. Puck freed up to Kozel. Oh, he couldn't keep his stick on it. Great play by the defenseman Kyle. Out again to Kozel. A shot. That one goes high off the cage. Up into the netting. And a near collision between Kane and the goaltender, Garrett Limpert. But right before the moment of contact, the two noticed it, looked up, and chose to embrace. What a great sign of sportsmanship here in Game 1 between the Mavericks and Panthers. Drury wins the draw again in its own end. They've been good at that tonight. Williams keeps it in at the line. Kane switches the ice by dumping it behind the red line. Mercier quickly out to Kane. He couldn't get a stick on it. Eddie Patchen keeps it in, dumps it across. It's gloved down by Labutis, who will start the breakout for DU. Big hit right into the numbers of Mercier, or Patchen, excuse me. Lyons sends that puck up. Pass, that one shot off the back of the cage from Kane. It's freed up to Labutis. Labutis for the Panthers. Onto the point. Quick shot. Tipped a couple of times and never got to Kyle Wernley. Back behind the net, it's O'Connor. Out to the point with a shot. That one knocked away by Williams. Patchen gets that puck out of his own end. Up to Colton Kane, who will dump it down. Omaha goes for a change as DU gathers that puck. DU, Drury University, not DU, the University of Denver, who also frequents Baxter Arena in these winter months. Though I will have to say, Drury University being DU makes a lot more sense than the University of Denver being DU. As the puck is drawn offside, Cassiopo couldn't keep his stick dragged back for long enough and will have a face-off out in front of the Maverick bench. 8:19 to go in the second, and we're tied at 2. 2 goals from the Panthers, sandwiched by 2 goals from Omaha's Chase Mann. The Mavericks dump that puck down low. Good kick in at the line by Fories, and it's freed up to Van Briesen. His shot goes wide left. Cassiopo tracks it down, trying to find Van Briesen again. It's intercepted by O'Connor. Good keep at the line by Fories, and a shot. That one's saved. It's still loose in front, and it's picked up and cleared out by Werner. The puck goes high and up into the rafters again, and we'll get another whistle. Because that can be done intentionally, the puck is brought back down into the infracting team's defensive zone for a face-off. Drury wins another defensive zone draw. Mann already has 2 goals tonight. He dumps it down to Charlie Shea. Back on the puck is Chase Mann. Far side corner, played off of his stick. Shea gets it back for Omaha. His stick knocked out of his hands, and Mann dragged down. A whistle and a tripping call coming up on Drury. Back to the box for the second time this period. It's Antonio Cordova. If you'll remember, Cordova called for the roughing coincidental minors with Charlie Casey to start this period. Now Cordova off by himself. 12 minutes and 38 seconds into the second for tripping. But out with the puck, and ahead of steam comes Stagel, being chased by the Mavericks. Stagel has the puck played off of his stick, and he'll have to play it back to his own defense. DeSpirito intercepts that. It's poke checked away from him by Serrato. Puck down low into the corner, and a big hit laid by Dahl. Whistles blow again, immediately pointing to his shoulder is Serrato. That's Serrato down for the Panthers. The junior out of Fenton, Missouri, Back up to his skates with a lot of help from the trainer. And count him up, 3 Panthers standing there with his teammate as the crowd applauds. Neil Serrato. As he makes his way back to the bench. Teams will head back out onto the ice. We've got 1:33 on the Maverick power play. This their third of the game. On the tripping call given to Antonio Alberto Cordova. Drury wins the draw on the PK. They dump it all the way down. Wernley has to stop it behind his own net. It's played for Fories. He holds, leaving it for Kozel, who starts up with a head of steam. Kozel in, shoots one. That one knocked down by Limpert. Picked up by Fories, out to the point for Mercier. To Kozel right along center ice. Man, down low to Kane. Kane cycling around the puck with Mercier. Out to the point, Kozel. Kozel sends one towards the net. Into the feet of Stagel, and he clears it with 45 seconds to go on the Maverick power play. Kozel starts up and then stops, flipping the ice for Chase Mann. Mann holds, drags around the net, looking, sending it across. It is in the feet of Shea, and he ends up kicking it all the way back down to the Mavericks' defensive zone. Kozel tracks it down with 22 seconds to go on the man advantage. He leaves it for Mercier, kicking it out of his skates and bringing it down low on the near side wall. Stops and heads back up. It's Dahl. Quick shot, that one blocked out in front. Omaha still on the puck. Shea sends it across to Dahl. Back to Shea. He was on the wrong side of his stick. It still got out front to DeSpirito, who sent it wide. Another chance out in front, intercepted by Kyle, who dumps it down to O'Connor as DU kills off another penalty. Omaha now 1 for 3 on chances with the man advantage. Drury tries to send one up, a 2-line pass. Too far for the stick of Stagel, and it becomes an icing with 4:50 to go in the second. Still with his helmet off along the bench is Neil Serrato. We'll try to get you an update on Serrato as soon as possible. As Barrett Bradley plays that one to the corner for Patchen. Patchen down low has the puck intercepted by the Panthers. They'll start out with it from left to right. Behan on up to O'Connor. O'Connor tries to shoot from a sharp angle. That one off the side of the net. O'Connor still with it along the near side wall. Leaves it down low for Cordova. Cordova to Behan. Behan pins it up against the wall. Caleb Limpert leaves it for O'Connor. He takes a shot, and a delayed penalty coming up. Shot from the point goes high at the cage. DU still has possession on the delayed call. Omaha does touch up there as Barrett Bradley gets possession of the puck and will be sent off. That's the third big blindside open ice collision in this period, as we see assistant captain Neil Serrato being helped off of the ice now with the stoppage in play towards that Drury locker room. He's in good hands with the team at Nebraska Medicine as the referees confer near the scorers table to discuss penalty times. We've got 15:56 elapsed in the second period, and we'll have another Maverick penalty coming up here shortly. This will be the fourth man advantage chance of the game for the Panthers. I should say the Drury Panthers of the Division III variety. DU is a relatively new program who started out in Division II ahead of the 22-23 season. Since then, the Panthers' numbers have grown exponentially enough that in 2023, they announced they'd be fielding two teams for this season, a Division III team, which we see here today, and a Division I team that is currently 9-1-0, ranked number 11th this week after receiving their first ever Division I ranking a week ago. A standalone 5-minute major given head contact, the call to Barrett Bradley. DU with an excellent chance here on the man advantage. They already have one power play goal. The pass sent up ahead for Kozel. He's all alone on the penalty kill, and that shot rings off the crossbar. What rotten luck for Andrew Kozel, as he was all alone behind both defenders. Now back the other way comes Vincent, leaving it out in front. The great glove saved by Warnley. Oh my goodness! Gloves into helmets after that one. But the save was the star on that play. Sweeping across the ice, gloving that one down on a perfectly timed intercept. Kyle Wernley across the crease to keep this one tied at 2. And 2 more men will be sent to the box, 1 on each side. Fories for the Mavericks. Kyle for the Panthers. As we will have 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes even. And this time we won't go down a man each. It'll be coincidental roughing minors at 16:36, 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes or whistle after that. Stagel sends it on across to Parker, who gives it down low to Kangas. Back out high to Stagel. Again to Parker. Stagel once more, the 2-play pass along that far side point line. Williams pins it up against the wall. It was free for a second. Labutis finds it. Plays it back up to Parker. It was knocked down for a second by the Mavericks, but back on the puck is Vincent. Kept in at the line. Now Parker. Far side corner. Tries to find someone out in front. No one was home. The pass leaks all the way out over the blue line and into the defensive zone of DU. Vincent collects that puck. The former Waldorf Warrior has one of the goals tonight and starts the rush up, leaving it for Stagel. Stagel passes behind the cage on around to Ben Parker. Parker to Vincent, who takes a shot, easily patted aside the right pillow from Kyle Wernley. O'Connor across to Vincent. Marc-Antoine Vincent from Angarden, Quebec. Leaves it out in front. It's Kane. Couldn't get a shot through. Tried the other side. Now shoots. Saved away by Wernley. Down into the corner for Caleb Limpert. Out to Vincent. Vincent takes a shot. That one patted away again. Wernley on up to 26 saves now. There's the pass across. Quick shot from Limpert. Saved by Wernley on the blocker. Behind the cage, Tyler Kane. Kane curls. Sends it around for Limpert. He holds at the blue line. Limpert to Labutis. Labutis in the slot. Tried to pass it around Colton Kane. Got caught up in the skates. And he's forced to feed it back out to Vincent. Vincent sends a shot towards Wernley. It got knocked away by his own man out in front. Keeping it at the line, but Williams gets that puck and sends it screaming into the defensive bench of Drury. .4 seconds remain in the second period. The coincidental penalties have expired. As the only man left in the box is the Mavericks' Barrett Bradley. He's still in for a minute 48, so he'll be there for the rest of this period and under a minute of period number 3. Puck out to the point for Stagel. Quick shot, loose in front. Got lost under Kangas. Omaha found the puck first. I don't think it ever got towards Kyle Wernley. 30 seconds to go, and Vincent getting some pressure from Cassiopo. Trouble getting it out of their own zone. Retreating once more is Stagel. Now on the puck is Van Briesen. Stagel has to stop, park it behind the net of Limpert before starting up ahead once again. Giving it to Marc-Antoine Vincent. Across to Kangas. Poke checked away from him by Van Briesen. And the Mavericks get to it and clear. 4 seconds and 3 as that'll end the period. Omaha has killed 4 minutes and 4 seconds of the 5-minute major given to Barrett Bradley as we end the second period in a 2-2 tie. Goals in the second period coming off the stick of Caleb Schmitz and Marc-Antoine Vincent for the Drury Panthers. Welcome back for period number 3 from the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena in the heart of Omaha, Exarban Village. I'm Nate Obrecht alongside Caden McDermott and Matt McFadden. Pleased to be with you for what's been a dandy of a hockey game through 2 periods. Our score is 2-2. After a opening period, we saw only one goal coming off the stick of Omaha's Chase Mann. Drury responded with 2 quick ones coming just 52 seconds apart in the second period off the sticks of Caleb Schmitz and Marc-Antoine Vincent, respectively, for the Panthers to briefly take a 2-1 lead. Then it was Mann again at the 9:06 mark of the second, getting his 8th goal of the season, second of the game, to knot this one up where we are now. We'll have 56 seconds of penalty time on a 5-minute standalone major given to Barrett Bradley for head contact. The Panthers start the period with the puck. They will be without Neil Serrato the remainder of the game. The junior went down in the second period, skated off later in the second, and will not return. A shoulder injury plaguing Serrato and prohibiting him from returning. We wish him a speedy recovery as the puck goes offside and we'll have a face-off in front of the Maverick bench. 23 seconds into the frame, 33 seconds remain on the Drury power play. This their 4th chance of the game. So far, they're 1 for 3 tonight in completed power plays. As the Panthers dump a puck in, it's on the end wall. Picked up by Behan out to the point for Schmitz. Schmitz sending a shot towards the net. It looked like it got deflected out by a Maverick defender. Omaha 5 seconds away from full force and killing off a major penalty. Behan can't get that one to a point, man. And out of the box comes Barrett Bradley quickly onto the forecheck. Poke checked away from him by Schmitz, but Cassiopo rushes in. Heard the footsteps, or maybe even saw them coming from Schmitz. Stopped off the puck, and now a reverse hit behind the Maverick net. Frees the puck up for Riley O'Connor along the far side wall. O'Connor pinballed around between a couple of Maverick defenders and dragged down by Van Briesen. It'll be a hooking call, and back to the box go the Mavericks. A very evenly called game so far. 4 penalties either side. This the 5th for Omaha now, and it comes early in the third period. The call is on Van Briesen. The call is for hooking. 1 minute and 28 seconds into the final frame. Kangas pinned up along the wall with the puck. Frees it up to the point. Labutis on that far side face-off dot curls away from pressure before leaking it up to the point again. To the near side wall for Kyle. Down low to Kangas. As Drury, a lot of pressure along the outside of this attacking zone. Puck freed up off a hit. Behind the net, it's Kyle. Circles around from low to high. He gives it across to Stagel. It was poke checked off of his stick by Kozel. Kozel holds. He's got Mercier hustling with him. It ramps off of the stick of Limpert and up into the netting. That'll go for a whistle with 1:13 left on the penalty to Caden Van Briesen. Offensive zone face-off for the Mavs on the penalty kill. They win it, forcing the puck down low, where Vincent gathers for the Panthers. Struggling to get over his own blue line with the pressure from Kane and Dahl. It's back down low. Kane battling hard with Stagel, and two other Panthers come to join the fray. Picked off by Labutis, he plays it out to neutral ice. Finished off the rest of the way, where Beth picks it up for Omaha, sending it up to Connor Dahl. 2-on-1 chance for the Mavericks if they hurry. Dahl tried to give it to Colton Kane. It was just behind the freshman out of Sioux City, and he couldn't corral it. Picked up by Stagel, who will loop his net once, now twice, before giving it to Marc-Antoine Vincent. Vincent controlling in his own zone, a long stretch pass up ahead to Kyle. Kyle pressed up against the wall and free to the puck by Rocco DiSpirito with 4 seconds left on the Maverick penalty. Picked up behind the cage, played out. Kyle couldn't grab it. Kozel picks it up and sends it down. The penalty had already expired, so that becomes an icing. But the fourth kill of the game for the Mavericks. And that's a big one with 16:25 to go. Still 2-2 after a huge 2-minute kill from the Maverick defenders. They did a great job not letting DU get set up after that initial opening 30 seconds where they got tons of great looks and tons of great passing lanes opened. Omaha was able to get that cleared and never really saw pressure again. It's back behind the cage. In the offensive zone, Logan Mercier poke checks it away. Charlie Shade trying to dig at it with two Panthers. Shea sent it in front. No one's home. Kicked away by Lyons. Played down low into the corner. Now out high. It goes to neutral ice where Caleb Williams grabs it for Omaha. Riding along the dasher, it missed the intended Maverick and a DU defender, going all the way down where the Panthers will regroup. Screaming that one ahead with no real intention was Schmitz. It's played on to Connor. He shoots it high up over the cage. Tracking it down is Cassiopo. He gets it to neutral. Blocks a chip try from a defender and takes it down low behind the net. Cassiopo, still on the puck, gives it out to Caleb Williams. Williams tried to go back down low. It was intercepted by the Panthers. He regains the puck, but only for a moment as it's blown dead, and Eddie Patchen is sent off. It'll be another Maverick penalty here, their sixth of the game. Patchen for cross-checking. 4 minutes, 59 seconds into the final period. And Chase Mann has just come out. Had a trainer looking at his left hand there. And now joins Coach Harrahill on the bench. As Omaha starts on the penalty kill again. 2 minutes to Eddie Patchen for cross-checking. But the Mavericks get the puck out to neutral ice. DU can't bring it into the zone cleanly. Rocco DiSpirito grabs it and dumps it down. Limpert has to contain the puck behind his own net. Leaving it there, and Drury will take its time getting set up. The Mavericks were in Drury's hometown last weekend, Springfield, Missouri, excuse me. Taking on the Missouri State Ice Bears. In fact, Missouri State and Drury share the arena there, Jordan Valley Ice Park. Quick shot, high off the glass. Leak back out in front. Drury still on the puck. Stagel. Given to Vincent. Shot blocked by Beth. Back out to Stagel. That one gloved away by Wernley. He saw it all the way through to the trapper and holds with 55 seconds on the penalty. 13:56 in the third. Yes, the Panthers and the Ice Bears play at Jordan Valley Ice Park, which will be getting a new name. Starting later this year, it'll be getting a sponsor. That's Bright Speed. Bright Speed Ice Park, the new home of Drury and Missouri State Club Hockey. Taken down is Riley O'Connor as he enters the zone. It's played back out, blockered away off a defensive shot from Kyle Wernley. Gave a shoulder to that one. Great point chance, and Drury set up again. 20 seconds on the man advantage for the Panthers. It's down into the corner for Kane. Kane to O'Connor. Back to O'Connor. Quick shot. That one's somewhere in Wernley's equipment and called dead where it stands. 10 seconds to go on the penalty. This Panthers squad, technically being a new team in Division III, has to go through a probationary year as they send a shot high up over the net. Puck freed back up. It's picked up by Behan. Plays it out to the point for Kane. Kane with a quick shot. Tipped out in front. Limpert with another chance. A save made by Wernley. The puck still loose there. Picked up by Kane. Sends another one towards the slot. No one was home to grab that one. O'Connor back down low behind the net. Someone made a save there who was not wearing goalie equipment for the Mavericks. Standing on the red line, crouched down low and made a pad save with the shin pad as Shea sends a puck up, ramping off a stick and up into the netting behind the Panthers' goal with 12:31 to go in the game. Omaha killed off that last penalty. We're back to full force. 5-on-5 for this offensive zone faceoff. Drury wins the draw. It's kept in at the line by Caleb Williams for a second. The effort there by the Panthers gets the puck over the blue line, but it's loose in the neutral zone. Now Sebastian Cassiopo dances around one defender, loses the puck. It's picked up by Dahl. He backhands it behind the net. Out with it come the Panthers, streaking ahead from right to left. Here comes Evans. Loses the puck. Wernley brushes that one harmlessly to the corner. Switching the ice now, the puck is fed to Caleb Williams. He chipped it up ahead. Evans got another shot at it. Wernley stick that one into the corner again. The puck loosed to the point. Wind-up shot. That one blocked into the belly of Van Briesen. Van Briesen had a man waiting. That was Dahl, but he couldn't get the puck to him before it was taken off of his stick by Werner and played to neutral ice. 11:30 to go as Cassiopo dumps it down and on net. No worry about icing when it hits the goaltender. Just like that shot as Werner sends it from behind the center ice line towards the net of Kyle Wernley, who holds for a whistle. Omaha will be in the state of Nebraska for each of the next 2 weekends. As November 8th and 9th, it's off to Lincoln to play the Division II variety of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Omaha already took on the D3 Big Red and lost 5-3 here on Monday, September 16th. They'll go down to the John Breslow Center and take on the Division II Cornhuskers next weekend. Then it's back home. A Sunday matchup that weekend with East Texas Baptist as a shot from the point goes wide left. Omaha starting the breakout. Here comes Charlie Casey. Casey sends that one towards the net. Sticked away by Limpert. Wasn't going to enter the net cage anyway. It's along the near side wall. Casey sends a body at his man, but we've got another Panther down on the far side wall near the hash marks. That's Ben Parker, who slowly makes his way up into the bench. He'll get a look taken at him by the training staff before heading back out onto the ice. On the ice, it's the Mavericks keeping the puck in at the point. Caleb Williams tried to give that one down low. It was intercepted. Good keep by Fories. He sends a shot in that's knocked down by Kangas, and the Panthers get it out. They have to wait. One man was offside, and so a quick dump in before a big hit was Caleb Schmitz. Fories to Williams. His pass knocked down at center ice. Mercier found it anyway, but called offside. Great poke check and a heads-up play from Schmitz, preventing Mercier from entering the zone cleanly. Elsewhere around town, the Omaha Mavericks were in Kearney tonight, taking on the Tri-City Storm. They got the overtime win, 1-0, there at the Viero Center in Kearney. High school football playoffs started tonight. Lots of action from all 7 classes has wrapped up as we are nearing Saturday morning and an eventful day here around Omaha as the puck steered towards Vincent. Van Briesen couldn't get to it before Garrett Limpert covers up. Though the Division I Mavericks are off this weekend, it is jam-packed. We've got women's soccer. The quarterfinals of the Summit League Championship coming up at Caniglia Field tomorrow night. Then on Monday, as we mentioned before, it's our men's basketball team taking on Mid-America Christian. The women will head down to Lincoln and take on the Cornhuskers in their first game of the season. It's a pass from the Panthers, sent across, no one was home. Van Briesen with a great stick, but it breaks on him as he frees that puck up to neutral ice. Not allowed to bring that stick with you. You have to leave it where it lies, is the reason for Caden Van Briesen throwing that stick down there. Kozel picks up the puck in his own end. Slows down play with 8:55 to go in a 2-all game. Charlie Shea steered that one ahead and into the offensive zone for a second. The Panthers do a good job to leak it over the line, and Beth sent it back in, but it tipped off a stick and up into the netting. Above the Drury bench, led by Brett Lothen, his first year with this Division III team, the fledgling program, after spending 2 seasons as an assistant with the Division II squad. I'll say he did a great job recruiting this squad. He's got 10 players from his own state, but they come from all over. 9 other states that don't include Missouri are where the Panthers call home. As a pass across for Kozel. Too far for his stick. Left for Williams at the point. He'll dump it down low. It's picked up by the Panthers. O'Connor gets it to neutral ice where Fories chips it around one man before dumping it the rest of the way. Halted by the Panthers. Shea on it for the Mavericks behind the net. Now he spins with a shot. It's covered up, and Limpert holds with 7:50 to play. Face off to the left of Limpert, who stopped 24 shots tonight. The puck into the corner, picked up by Charlie Casey. Casey has it played off of his stick into the opposite corner. Now back behind the net. Casey gathers once more. Charlie Shea with a good intercept. A tip try in front. Barrett Bradley couldn't connect. The Panthers get to it. Out the other way is Caleb Limpert. Limpert knocked down and couldn't gain his footing before crashing into the walls below the red line. It's picked up by Schmitz. He's bodied off the puck by two Mavericks who come together along that near side wall. Omaha does get the puck all the way down to the attack zone, but it's picked up by DU. With the head of steam comes Gannon Stagel. Tried to move through his legs, intercepted by Colton Kane, and he'll just push that one to neutral ice. Played ahead again by Antonio Cordova. Cordova bullies his way across the blue line, but has it loosed off his stick there. Kane doing a great job being that firewall in between the Panthers and the offensive zone. Now Williams, dragged down, no call. Evans out, tries to leak a puck to the slot. It's intercepted by Beth. He plays it up to Mercier, starting with an odd man rush. 3-on-2. Here come the Mavericks. Kozel moves around to defender, but he's forced into the corner. Now finds Cassiopo, takes a shot, and it's saved by Limpert. The Panthers get to it, play it up the near side wall and out of their own zone. With it comes Evans, tries to leave it there for Stagel, just behind Gannon out of Plattsburgh, Missouri. And the puck is freed up again. Evans this time does connect with Stagel, who dumps it in on the backhand with 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in a 2-2 game. Here comes Rocco DeSpirito. Shot that one towards the mask of Limpert. He knocks it down. It's into the far side corner where Gage Robb picks it up for the Panthers. Anson Kyle gets to that one, sending it all the way down, forcing Wernley to cover up with an imposing Tyler Kane bearing down on him. Kane's got a lot of family here tonight that made the trip up from Springfield, Missouri. They remember him playing with Omaha Hockey's Ethan Frank. Well, really Western Michigan's Ethan Frank. That's where he played his college days, but he played roller hockey down here in Omaha and still continues to do so periodically. Puck behind the cage of Kyle Wernley with an even 5 minutes to go in this one. Kane leaves it to the point. Shot partially blocked by Shea and sent behind the net. Mercier tries to gain the puck, but while his head was down, he gets a shoulder from Kane. Puck played out. Tried to be left for man. He couldn't find it in his feet. Tyler Kane tried to dance around a couple of Mavericks, but had the puck freed off of his stick. Omaha gets to it and clears it all the way down. It's in the neutral zone. Nobody's really got a hold of it before Mercier comes in and swoops it out of the feet. He's into the offensive zone, sends an easy shot on, and it's gloved away by Garrett Limpert. Two our score. Shots are 39-29 in favor of the Panthers. They have led in that category all night, outshooting the Mavericks by 1 in the first, and then outshooting Omaha 17-11 by the end of the second period. Here in the third, they're outshooting the Mavericks 9-6. Puck skips over a defender's stick. Charlie Shea onto it first. In the zone. Takes a shot. Limpert with a save. Kangas tracks that one down in the neutral zone, and the Panthers bring it across the blue line. It's into the breadbasket of Kyle Wernley, who covers up and holds. Wernley has been sharp in net again tonight. 38 saves for the senior out of La Vista, Nebraska. The face-off to Wernley's right, tied up in the feet of the center iceman. It's won by the Mavericks. Mercier in to help with that one, brushing it out to Colton Kane. Kane across ice to Mercier. Couldn't keep it, had to kick it. But Mason Beff doing a great job holding that one in at the line, intercepting the Drury pass out of their own zone. Kane tried to give it out to a waiting Kozel, but it was blocked away by the Panther sticks. Beff keeping it in at the line once more, playing it down low. Between the legs pass. It's out loose to Kozel. A great diving block from Behan. Still in the zone. Despirito waits, shoots. It's loose in front. Squirts out to the far side and picked up by Behan. He'll start the rush, outmanned, and drag that one to the far side corner. Pinned up against the wall there by Mason Beff with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Cassiopo drags that one out of the skates, giving it to Mercier, who tries to send it across ice. Beff was going off for a change. He wasn't looking for the puck, but had to quickly make a decision and poke that one back out. Riley O'Connor tried to keep that one in at the line, but keen eyes there from Jim Casper along the blue line, blowing that one dead. And we get a whistle with 2:35 to go, all knotted up still. No scoring in the third period so far. We've got to have at least one more. Quick shot from Limpert. That one poked away by Williams. Never found its way to Wernley. Back below the red line. Limpert out high. Shot blocked by Cordova. Dahl couldn't get that one to go off of his stick. It seemed stuck there, like the tape was on the wrong way. Cassiopo out to Dahl. Dahl again, trouble controlling it, and he's going to go off for a change after dumping that one down to the DU defensive zone. Errant pass a bit, aided by the poke check as Labutis brought that one into the attack zone for the Panthers. O'Connor loses it, long pass ahead for Shea, too far for his outstretched stick, tried to win the race between he and Cordova, taking down Cordova on the play, who gives him a great whack on the shoulder in return. Shea getting some kind words of love from Ben Parker before this defensive zone face-off for the Mavericks. Shea off the draw, brings that puck up, holds on the backhand, now turns, giving to Kozel. Kozel below the red line, holds, looks, tries to feed it out front. It never found its way through to Limpert. Puck played down and around as it rings along the end wall. Drury gets to it. Labutis feeding it up to Kane. Kane gives it across to Labutis once more. Omaha, great couple of sticks there, one by man to poke check it out to the neutral zone. Again, it's grabbed by Tyler Kane for DU. He brings it in all by himself. Puck loose in front after a great save by Wernley. Labutis still with it. Poke checked a couple of times and now has to track it down in the corner. Labutis plays it to the point. Tip try in front. It goes wide left of Wernley with 40 seconds to play in the third. Fories chips off the wall to Chase Mann. Mann couldn't get it out. It's to the point. Another blocker save by Wernley. Despirito gets to it and backhands it all the way down. It will go for an icing as the clock ran a couple of extra seconds there before eventually stopping at 25.2 seconds. And with that, we'll get a timeout from head coach Nick Harahill, who wants to talk it over with his Mavericks before this very impressive, very important defensive zone draw with just 25 seconds in a tie-all game. We mentioned before Omaha dropped their last 2 games at Missouri State. Before that, it was a 2-game sweep of Illinois State in Bloomington. The Mavericks currently with a 5-6 record, but 0-5 in the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association's conference, and sit 4th in their division with no points. The timeout over. Teams back on the ice. 5 aside with 25.2 seconds to play, and the draw won by Drury. Played down low to Kane. Back to the point. Quick shot. That one wide of the cage. Stagel with the try there. Now 14 seconds as it goes down low. Mercier on it for the Mavericks. Brushes it up ahead. It's over the blue line and out. Big hit given there onto Camden Voorhees with 5 seconds. Mercier up the ice. 2 seconds. Now 1. Mercier has to get it off his stick. Backhands it weakly. And Limpert with the save. We're going to overtime. No OT games for the Mavericks last season. Or for the Mavericks yet this season. This will be the first. Last year, it was a habit for the Mavericks. They were 0-3 in their first overtime games. After that, they won their next 5 chances in the extra period. We'll have 5 minutes here to play in 3-on-3 action. No goals were scored that last period. The last goal that was scored actually came 9 minutes and 6 seconds into the second period. All goals were scored in the first half of the game, all defense here in the second half. Both goaltenders have been rock solid. For the Panthers, Garrett Limpert has stopped 40 saves. His career high, 42. And he did that on September 27th at Maryville in a 4-1 loss. For Wernley, he made a career high 66 saves against Notre Dame earlier this season. So these 31 saves, not even half of that. As we are away in overtime, Voorhees, Kozel, Mercier out there for the Mavericks. As it's Kozel bringing it over the blue line. Quick shot. That one saved by Limpert. Mercier plays the puck off of Marc-Antoine Vincent's stick and gets it over to Camden Voorhees. Voorhees skips it to Kozel. It's Vincent, O'Connor, and Schmitz, all good scorers out there for the Panthers to start overtime. Voorhees behind his own cage gives to Mercier. He's got Kozel on the near side, gives back to Voorhees along the far side, and into the zone. Leaves it for Mercier. Mercier to Kozel, a great save by Limpert, sliding across the goal line. Out with a 2-on-1 chance come the Panthers. Riley O'Connor has Vincent with him, gives it across, and a poke check on the back check from Mercier. The puck never got to Wernley. What a great play by Logan Mercier. Puck brushed off of one stick out to Schmitz. Schmitz tried to go down low. Great poke check from Mercier. Frees it up to Kozel. The Mavericks can get a line change. 2 fresh bodies out onto the ice for Omaha. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in OT. If no one scores here, I do believe we go to a shootout. Dahl to Shea. Back to Dahl. First one to it, negating icing. Tried to leave it out for either Despirito or Shea. It splits the difference and heads back to center ice. Charlie retreats to his own end before flicking it up to Dahl. 2-on-1 chance developing here. Dahl tried to toe drag around one man. Picked off by Stagel. Here he comes the other way. Stagel tries to move around Shea, takes a shot, and Wernley sees that one through, covering with 2:56 to go in the extra period. Omaha opts for fresh attackers out there. Stagel stays out, along with Tyler Kane and Patrick Labutis for the Drury Panthers. An even 3-3 to start the year for DU. A poke check at the point. Here comes Colton Kane. Kane played off the puck and now out with it. A possible 2-on-1. But DU couldn't find it. Kane on the puck again. Gets dragged down by Labutis. Labutis on the puck. Gives over to Stagel, who carries behind his own net and slows everything down. Stagel now on the rush up the near side. Curls at the hash marks. Holds as he retreats to the point. Pressure from Kozel as Labutis gains the puck. Tried to give it down low. It's intercepted and out with it comes Kozel. Has Mercier along the far side. Gives it over to him. Logan Mercier tripped up as he crosses over the line. The puck never saw its way to Limpert. Out with it on a 3-on-1 comes Drury. Here's Labutis with a shot. Save made by Wernley. Out with it comes Kozel. He's got it all alone. Andrew Kozel. What a save by Limpert. Oh my goodness. A minute 46 remain in this outstanding hockey game. I don't even want it to end at this point, but someone's going to finish it here. Goaltenders standing on their heads as they have done all game. Omaha closing in on that shot total we mentioned earlier. It's now 44-37 in favor of Drury. Back behind his brother's net, it's Caleb Limpert. They tried to find Caleb Schmitz streaking up the ice. Omaha first to it. Dahl given on up to Kane. Tipped it there, so no icing. Bodied down by Riley O'Connor in the corner. Man, pressured off the puck there by Limpert. Limpert feeds it on ahead. Looking back, and it was played off of his stick. Here comes Mann in the neutral zone. Brushed away, Caleb Limpert. Taken down is Caleb Limpert. And to the box, Chase Mann. A tripping call. 56 seconds remain. Omaha 5 for 6 on penalty kills tonight. They will have to do their best here with the next 56.7 seconds. As Mann has gone off for tripping. Timeout, Drury, as we get reset for action. The Panthers being allowed one extra skater in lieu of the Mavericks being down to 2 men, which is never allowed in the sport. 3 is the fewest you can have on the ice at any time. So Drury is allowed the extra skater, and we would be 4 on 4 if more time allowed. But with just 56.7 seconds left, Drury wins the draw. On the puck there is Vincent. Vincent holds, shoots, blockered away by Wernley. That one was not getting towards the net. Back out to the point for Stagel. O'Connor back to Stagel, down low to Vincent. Vincent tried to feed it back across the ice. O'Connor wasn't home. Now Mercier nearly had it knocked away off of O'Connor's stick. Still with the puck, though. Riley O'Connor circles back up top, giving it to Stagel. Back to O'Connor. Down low to Marc-Antoine Vincent. Circles up high. O'Connor. Stagel. Vincent. Holds. Back to O'Connor. Shot. Glove saved by Wernley. 5.3 seconds to go. And Kyle Wernley with the biggest save of the night there. It was a backdoor try from Riley O'Connor off of a great feed from Marc-Antoine Vincent. But Kyle Wernley, the captain and senior, former Fremont Flyer, came up clutch with the glove. Kozel tries to tie up the draw. Now from his feet is able to gain possession and waste the remaining 2.2 seconds to get this one to a draw. Omaha skating down to Kyle Wernley to celebrate as if this one's over. You've got to believe it is, folks. Two our score after 4 periods. We got the extra frame with 5 minutes added on in OT. A penalty was given to Mann for tripping. Omaha was able to kill the 56.7 seconds of penalty time before overtime expired. And now being sent back to the bench are the Mavericks. Wernley being sent back to his goal crease. And it looks like we're in for another treat in what has been just a fantastic hockey game so far. A shootout follows a scoreless overtime that followed a scoreless third period. First man up for the Panthers is Marc-Antoine Vincent. Familiar with the ice service, familiar with the goaltender and the opposing team. Why not send him out first as Vincent moves, shoots, high, left, no goal. Didn't even test Wernley as it sailed up about eye level with the 6'2 senior and stayed out. Barrett Bradley shooting first for Omaha. Dances with the puck before firing wide right of Garrett Limpert. No score after 1. Top of the second, and the Panthers send out Riley O'Connor. Junior out of East Grand Rapids, Michigan. O'Connor moves in on the forehand, shoots and scores. Riley O'Connor, 8 points, including 5 assists through 6 games so far. Makes good in the second round of the shootout. Now with the answer, Charlie Casey. He moves in on Limpert. Moves to the blocker side and scores! Charlie Casey. He waited some more on the backhand before going across the top of the crease, dragging it to his forehand, and beating Garrett Limpert on that blocker side. 1-1 after 2 rounds of the shootout. Shooting third, it's Kyle. Anson Kyle shoots wide left of Kyle Wernley. And the Mavericks can take the shootout and take game one here with a goal. Bottom of the third. The Mavericks send out Connor Dahl, the third freshman, to shoot for Omaha in this shootout. Dahl holds, shoots, wide left, and up onto the glass. No goal. Sudden death. We're in the fourth round now, and time for Tyler Kane. Kane moves in, tries to go 5-hole, and Wernley slams the door shut. No goal on the senior's attempt. Now another chance to win it, and a senior up for Omaha. Logan Mercier, Captain Mercier, touches up in the bottom of the fourth round. Here comes Mercier. Head fakes, shoots, it's in! Mavericks win! Mavericks win! With the extra point by way of the shootout, thanks to Logan Mercier, 2 clutch goals from Chase Mann, and a heap full of saves from Kyle Wernley, including 3 in the overtime period, Omaha takes game one by the narrowest of margins from the Drury Panthers. Wernley and the Mavericks celebrate at center ice. Their first victory in 2 games as they return home and get the win. Tomorrow night, the series finale with the Drury Panthers begins at 1:30 p.m. right here at the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena. Alongside Caden Van Briesen and Matt McDermott, I've been Nate Obrecht. Happy to be along with you for this one, and we'll see you next time.